Minimalist Face Wash 2% Salicylic Review. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to dig deep into the ingredients of this cleanser and tell you if it's a good cleanser or not. It is a good cleanser and I'm going to tell you in a bit why it is so. A cleanser plays a very important role in your skincare regime. It is step number one. If you get your cleanser wrong, a wrong cleanser can damage your skin's look and feel. Before I get into the ingredients, I want to very quickly run through what causes acne and what we can do, what we need to do to stop this acne spread. Now, pores are a bowl-like shape found in our skin. Now what happens is the excess oil that's there on our skin's visible layer, they go and accumulate inside the pores. And all the dirt that's there on our skin, they go and accumulate inside the pores. And all the old cells which are supposed to fall off, sometimes don't fall off. Some of these cells are very stubborn. So these old cells which are very stubborn, they go and get accumulated inside the pores. And then all three of them have a party together, and that's the start of the blackheads and the whiteheads. And this party is a thriving ground for certain type of bacteria. So this party attracts the bacteria, and the bacteria comes in there and has a huge feast, and that's the start of acne. So to get rid of acne, what we need to do is, we need to make sure that the excess oil is not accumulated inside the pores. We need to make sure there's no dirt inside the pores. We need to make sure that the old cells fall off regularly. And finally, we need to kill the bacteria, get rid of the bacteria. Start off with the cleansing ingredients in this product. These cleansing ingredients are going to rinse away all the oil and the dirt that's there on the surface of the skin. They're not going to get into the pores of the skin. They're merely going to get rid of all the oil and the dirt from the surface of the skin. The three ingredients in this product are 𝗏𝗏-𝗏-𝗏-betaine, sodium lauryl methyl isothianate, and finally cocoa glucoside. Now all these three ingredients are quite gentle on the skin. They're not harsh. That's a good thing. We need some gentle cleansing ingredients in a salicylic acid product, because salicylic acid itself is quite harsh. So we don't want salicylic acid and other cleansing ingredients which are quite harsh. A lot of gentle cleansing ingredients can do a good job of getting rid of all the oil and the dirt from the surface of the skin, and this product does have three very good gentle cleansing ingredients. Now to the star ingredient in the Minimalist Face Wash, 2% salicylic acid. 2%, it's got 2% salicylic acid, and that's a good amount. It will go and get the job done. So no problem with the amount of salicylic acid used in the face wash. Salicylic acid has a long list of benefits, and I'm going to run through them very quickly. First, it's lipophilic, meaning ingredients can either dissolve in oil or water. Salicylic acid can dissolve in oil. Now this comes in very handy because the pores, the bowl-like shape, it's got all that excess oil. So salicylic acid, because it can dissolve in oil, can go in there, dissolves in that oil, and scoops out all the excess oil, dirt, and all the dead cells and the old cells which are just got accumulated and stuck in there. So it's a very good scoop. It literally goes in there and scoops everything out, and this is possible because it's lipophilic. It dissolves in oil. Now salicylic acid also regulates sebum production. What do we mean by that? The oil on the skin is also called sebum. So sometimes there's an excess production of the sebum. So salicylic acid can control that and regulate the sebum production and reduce this overproduction of sebum, which is a good thing because it's the overproduction of sebum, which is the excess sebum is what is getting accumulated in the pores and starting all this drama in the first place. So controlling that sebum production is a good thing. It regulates the sebum production. And the next thing it does is, it's a keratolytic agent. What do we mean by that? The old cells from the visible layer of the skin have to fall off at regular intervals and make way for the newer and the younger dead cells from the deeper layers of the skin. But sometimes some of these old cells are very stubborn. They refuse to fall off. And then what they also do is they all join together and form this tiny little flakes. And these flakes give our skin very dull complexion. Now what a keratolytic agent does is it gently goes and breaks the bonds between these stubborn cells. By breaking the bonds between these stubborn cells, it's making these cells fall off, and it does it in a very gentle way, so it does not cause any irritation to the skin, so that's a good thing. Salicylic acid can also help with dark spots and uneven skin tone. Yes, pigmentation. How can it do that? Now, tyrosinase is an enzyme found in our skin. It helps in the production of a pigment called melanin. Sometimes this tyrosinase gets overstimulated, and when it gets overstimulated, it gives out a lot of melanin. Excess melanin gets produced, and all this excess melanin gets up to the visible layer of the skin and forms deposits of dark spots and uneven skin tone. The color of this uneven skin tone and the dark spots is from the color of melanin. So what salicylic acid does is, it's a tyrosinase inhibitor, meaning it puts a brake on the tyrosinase enzyme and says, shh, don't get overexcited. So that's a good thing. So that's how it actually controls this uneven skin tone and the dark spots. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid. It's basically called a beta hydroxy acid because of the chemical structure of this organic compound salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is considered a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 acne. Now, comedolatic ingredients are the ones which can help in treating this comedones, blackheads, whiteheads and acne. And since salicylic acid does a good job of doing that, it's called a comedolatic ingredient. Now there's another ingredient in this product called capryloyl salicylic acid, and that's what is shown as LHA on the label. Now this is a derivative of salicylic acid. It's a bit less harsher than salicylic acid, and of course it's not as effective as salicylic acid, but it's a derivative of salicylic acid, so having it in there is a good thing. Capryloyl salicylic acid is particularly good as a keratolytic agent, so it's very good in getting rid of those stubborn cells, old cells from the visible layer of the skin. Now salicylic acid can be a bit drying on the skin, but because this is a face wash, so you're going to apply it on the face and then wash it away, there's less contact time on the face, so you should be okay. But it can be a bit drying on the skin. I'm going to quickly talk about some of the other ingredients which also bring in a lot of benefits to the skin. Now the first one is a set of humectants. Humectants are water magnets. They bind themselves to the water molecules from the atmosphere and bring all that hydration to the skin surface. Now the key ones in this product are glycerin, pentylene glycol, panthenol and propanediol. Now all these are very effective humectants, and these are essential. These are good to have in a face wash which has got salicylic acid, because salicylic acid can be a bit drying on the skin, so adding all these humectants keeps that hydration levels up, so a good thing. It's got another ingredient called allantoin. Allantoin has two important properties. First one is it's a keratolytic agent, not as effective as salicylic acid, but still it is a keratolytic agent, meaning it just gets rid of all that stubborn old cells from the visible layer of the skin. And allantoin also has some anti-inflammatory properties, so if there's any redness or inflammation, it's going to calm the skin down. Salicylic acid can be a bit harsh on the skin, so having anti-inflammatory ingredients in the product is a huge tick. The Minimalist Face Wash also has zinc PCA. Zinc PCA again does two important things. First one, it regulates the sebum production, meaning it puts a brake on the excess sebum production. And the second thing, it also calms the skin down. It's anti-inflammatory. Again, that's a good thing to have in a salicylic face wash or any salicylic product. It's got oatmeal extract, which also has some very good anti-inflammatory properties. It's going to calm and remove that redness on the skin. It's got other ingredients which also is going to bring in some hydration to the skin, like xylitol glucoside and sodium PCA. The product Minimalist Face Wash also has lactic acid. Lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid. You know how I said salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid? Lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid. It's not going to get inside the pore, but lactic acid is a very effective exfoliating ingredient. So it's going to sit on the surface of the skin and break the bonds of all those old flaky cells and then disrupt those bonds and make them fall off easily. And it does that that in a very gentle way. Lactic acid can also add some hydration to the skin. It's very hydrating to the skin, but its primary function is to break those bonds and make them fall off. And a quick one about panthenol. Panthenol is a humectant. It brings water. Also, it's a very good and effective anti-inflammatory ingredient. It's going to calm the skin and get rid of all that redness and the irritation on the skin. So finally, in my summary, this is a very good cleanser. Minimalist Face Wash Salicylic Acid 2% is a good cleanser. It's got salicylic acid, which is going to go deep inside the pore and cleanse the pore out. It's got good ingredients like capryl oil, salicylic acid, lactic acid, allantoin, which is going to disrupt the bonds and get rid of all that flaky cells. And even salicylic acid is quite effective in getting rid of all that flaky cells. It's got good humectants, which is going to add all the hydration to the skin, which is needed because salicylic acid can be a bit drying on the skin. It's got good anti-inflammatory ingredients because salicylic acid can be a bit harsh on the skin. So these anti-inflammatory ingredients are going to calm the skin and get rid of all that irritation on the skin. It's got ingredients which can regulate the sebum. So make sure that the excess sebum is not produced as much. It's got ingredients like star ingredients. Salicylic acid can also help with the uneven skin tone and the dark spots. So this is a very good face wash. So if you've got acne, one word of caution, this product alone is not going to do everything. You need something else. You would probably use this face wash regularly, but you need some other product to get rid of the acne. Now, the thing that this particular product doesn't do is it's not going to kill the bacteria. It's going to cleanse the pore, but it's not going to kill the bacteria. So your acne, for its complete removal, you also need to kill the bacteria, and for that you need a different product. Now, salicylic acid can be a bit harsh on some skin types, but this is a face wash, so it's going to sit on the skin only for some period of time. So, and then you're going to wash it away, so it's all good. It should be good. If you don't have acne too, this is a good product. You can use it, but maybe not as frequently. It's going to nicely exfoliate your skin and brighten up your skin. An interesting thing is when you use this face wash, because it's got salicylic acid in it, it's going to lower the pH of your skin. That means any product that you apply after this face wash is going to penetrate a bit deeper into the skin. So make good use of that. So maybe apply a vitamin C product. It's going to get a bit deeper. Maybe apply a hyaluronic serum. Try and apply a serum, not straight moisturizer. Apply a serum with 1 or 2 active ingredients because your skin's lowered pH is going to enable the penetration of those active ingredients. So choose wisely the next product you apply after the face wash. How to apply the product? Don't just put it on your face and then rinse it away immediately. Rub it gently all around the face. Let the salicylic acid do its work, do its magic, and then rinse it off. That's it. If you like this video, please give it a like and do subscribe to my channel. That will really help me a lot. If there is any other product that you would like me to review, please leave the name of that product in the comment below. I would love to review it for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.